This week on the Spotlight, Derrick Rose and the Bulls are back home, and that's a good thing. And we'll also talk to Coach Tibbs, who seems a little bit more under control, maybe slightly less angry with a deeper bench. Then we will flash back. Remember this man? He was a very excellent catcher defensively for the White Sox. And then this man was a super great hitter. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. More old White Sox. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 25th year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to Calabria Imports. That's where I go for Italian food, deli food. Mention this TV ad and get 10% off. Catering and sandwiches. It's at 1905 West 103rd Street. They have great stuff, and you should get it at Calabria Imports. You better get to the Cove for Benkowski Trivia, Wednesday, December 17th at 8 p.m. Great people, great game on 55th Street. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. The T-Wax Company does real estate investments. They want you to buy Chicagoland properties, providing profit opportunities since 1985. Call my friend Mr. Thomas at 773-456-3057. Make some money. Call 773-456-3057. Union Park Bar and Grill. Open at 11 a.m. daily. Huge full bar, tons of screens, great sandwiches and appetizers, great staff, a parking lot, daily specials, always fun at Jackson and Racine. Every time I go to Union Park, I have a great time. So go there, Jackson and Racine, lunch, dinner, you name it. Lisa Davis Insurance and Tax Services at 107th and Western specializes in rollovers, tax recovery, tax resolution. They have insurance, auto, home, life, and business. You can call them at 773-873-8977. Lisa Davis for all your financial services. Amelia's Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner daily at 46th and Halsted. Le Mode Cerdo. Portrero and Mar. Ceviche al Limon. Salmon al Carbone. New cocktail menu. Margaritas, martinis, and sangria. Great stuff at Amelia's Bar and Grill. 46th and Halsted. You'll be glad you went. The Bulls are back after the long road trip with a lot of good things to comment as they hit the quarter mark of the NBA season. I look for pleasant surprises. One of them, I believe, was the play, particularly scoring-wise, of one Jimmy Butler, finding him in the top 10 in the NBA in scoring, and we'll have Coach Tibbs commenting on that later. Also, another thing is the maybe exceptional fill-in play of Mr. Aaron Brooks. I don't think he expected to play as much as he is, with Derrick Rose missing a lot of time, particularly full games. And he has shown the ability to score and lead the team and play under control, play some D, and be really a versatile performer. Coach Tibbs has also extended the bench to play 10, sometimes 11 guys. And with Nixon, Knox, and various injuries, it's great to have that kind of depth. Among the guys who actually isn't playing in the game that I'm at today is Taj Gibson. And he's also been a leader, both in the locker room and on the floor. And as probably the centerpiece of the second unit, a team that has bragged, the second unit, that they beat the starters in practice. And this is depth that the Bulls haven't had in a few years. And Tibbs appreciates it and is confident enough in their abilities to go to it frequently for good stretches and sometimes early in games. The Bulls, incidentally, a dominant road team so far this year, and trying to get the kinks worked out at home, something we'll also talk to Tibbs about later in the program. But as we wrap up this conversation about the Bulls at the 20-game mark of the year, I would also add one stat that jumped out at me, and this was, I thought, stellar in view of the fact that the Bulls sometimes hang around and settle for jump shots, particularly late in the shot clock when Derek's not playing. The Bulls ranked number 4 in the NBA in free throws attempted, meaning they're in there, inside, taking shots, taking the ball to the rack, and that's how you win ball games. Tibbs will talk about that, too, because I asked him. Right now, though, we're going to show you a very cool thing that Danny grabbed on video, and it's a circus-like performance. You can rate this. I know I couldn't do this thing. I think Mr. Danny Rios is a very, how should I say, lithe individual. He might be able to get in this ring and do this, but I know I can't, so let's show you. We close out this piece with a sad announcement about the passing of my friend, Sal Ferrara, 63 years old, who was instrumental in his family's business, the Ferrara Pan Candy Company. They were a sponsor of this show for several years, and I got to meet Sal and know him, and he was a great sports fan. He loved the Blackhawks, he loved the Bulls, and I have a firm vision in my mind of him when the Bulls clinched on the home floor at the old stadium in '92, running around the floor. I don't know quite how he got under the floor, but security wasn't as intense as it is nowadays, but he was so happy, and certainly with subsequent successes of the Bulls and Hawks, the Lemonhead of the Week feature that we developed that he really enjoyed, and I loved bringing week by week, even though I was under pressure at times to not air the piece. But we will miss Sal Ferrara, a great man, a great sports fan, and our hearts go out to his family. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. They come to you. You call them at 773-908-6081.
Lowest prices, new and used. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll do your windshield, back window, or sides. They did a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they come in and finish it up. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. Nuevo Leon, for the best Mexican cuisine since 1962. Serving every day from 7 a.m. to midnight. Conveniently located 1515 West 18th Street, just a block east of Ashland in Chicago. Of course, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a wide range of menu items. Everything from steak, seafood, to breakfast, to chicken, pork, dine-in, carry-out, tacos, enchiladas, everything you can imagine, and great quality at Nuevo Leon, 1515 West 18th.
We're back in the spotlight, and it's time to talk Coach Tibbs. He's not as tense as he used to be in the pregame interviews that he would sometimes kind of snap off one-word answers. There might be a couple of one-word answers, but I felt a little fortunate that he expounded on things I asked. I don't know if they were more thoughtful than the average question. I'd like to think so. But anyway, here's some really good Coach Tibbs talking about the state of the Bulls and about things he wants to happen, but things that he likes that have happened.
He's done great from the start. He and Doug have both approached things great. You know, there's things that he's doing well, things that he has to improve, but he's about where I thought he'd be.
Does going on the road help somebody like him get more relaxed, being able to be with the guys more closer? Did it help him?
No, I don't know about that. I like going on the road early because I think it gets you locked in. So I thought it was good for our team.
Not to hammer this injury, is it serious?
I don't think so. Well, you know, we just want it to calm down right now. So, but it's day to day.
Did he do it on a play?
He doesn't really know when he did it. You know, so he was working out, and it's, you know, we just want to make sure.
Tony gets his sentence?
We'll see. We'll see.
Is it related to anything previous in his history, you know, with knees or anything like
I don't
that?
think so, but I can't say for certain. You know, I know all the players are screened when they come in from, you know, for the draft and stuff. So, you know, he was working out yesterday. So
I noticed the Bulls are top 4 in the league in free throws attempted. I know that you kind of urge your team to take it to the rack, and it kind of indicates that you are.
Yeah, I think our team is doing a good job. We have a good balance. I think we're getting more fast break baskets. We're attacking the basket better. Jimmy, of course, is a big part of that. But we have a number of guys that can put it on the floor. And I think Derek changes that, too, because you're catching teams in transition a lot more. And Powell's given us an inside presence as well, which has also helped to set up the three-point game. So I think we have a good balance right now. Between inside and out, the ball hitting the paint and then getting out both off the dribble through the post. And then the threat of the three-point shot has opened things up inside for us as well.
One of the measuring points with this team is coming off this road trip. You start with 12 of the first 17 on the road. How would you assess how your team's come through that?
You know, some good, some bad. We just want to keep improving every day. Obviously, it's tough to win on the road, so anytime you can do that, it's good. But, you know, now we have the challenge of being on the road a long time, come home, be ready, and you're facing a tough Dallas team that can put points up on the board. So the challenges never stop, and readiness to play is critical, and you can't look back. You don't want to look ahead. Just look at exactly what's in front of you.
You've got a track record of winning on the road, stringing season after season of having a winning road record. But what could you do to tweak your club to maybe be a little more ferocious in defending the home floor?
We got to do better, you know, and you got to the same things that go into winning on the road go into winning at home. So you want to build a consistency, and you have to have that readiness to play. And you got to come out with an edge, and you got to play for 48 minutes. We can't rely on the home court to get us wins. You have to give your fans something to cheer about. So we have to play well. That's how you win.
Tom, what does the return of Tyson Chandler meant to Dallas and their fast start, especially in
You
the defense?
know, he's been a great addition to their team, as has Chandler Parsons and Jameer Nelson. They've added a lot of really good pieces, and of course, getting Berea back was another good pickup. They've done a good job. When you look at the depth of their team, they're all proven guys that have done it before and are a good fit. They knew that Berea and Tyson Chandler could play well because they have done that before for them. But when you're 2 and 3 deep at every position and everyone can score, it adds a lot to the team. And Tyson Chandler, I think he's the anchor of their defense. And also offensively, he probably doesn't get enough credit for what.
And we will have more Tom Thibodeau next week, right here on the Spotlight. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and a fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You know you should get to the Dirty Sock on alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. when I do my trivia game. They have great food, great drink, great people at 93rd and Roberts Road. It's a fun place. I've been going there for years. So start coming out on Thursday nights at least. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. We'll have fun. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. I had the wonderful occasion to talk to the man that they call the officer, the patrolman, the man who cuts down base runners, Ron Karkovice. And he had some very interesting conversation about the Toronto Blue Jays and about his role on the White Sox. So let's take you into Comiskey Park, and we'll talk to Ron Karkovice about what's going on in his mind and the club's. A lot of different people have contributed. There's been a lot of heroes. Would you call that kind of the symbol of the 93 White Sox?
Oh, yeah, everybody's been pitching in. Everybody's been getting the big hits when we need them, doing the little things. And our pitch has been great this year. And it just seems like all year everything's going right for us this year. And it's just hopefully it keeps going and keeps going in the playoffs.
Well, speaking of the playoffs, we've already been seeing the graphics showing about how you and Spanky are a dominant pair as far as throwing out base runners. And, of course, Toronto has a tremendous amount of speed. What's your thoughts about the Blue Jays and the challenge they represent?
Well, they got a lot of speed over there, and their game is to get on and steal bases. We got our work cut out for us, and I'm sure, they know that, we can throw, and they know I can throw. So it's going to be a challenge for me, and it's going to be a challenge for them, and I'm pretty excited, for it to happen.
Historically, against Ricky Henderson, I don't know the numbers. You have any idea about your success ratio against him in the league?
Well, I believe, I've only thrown him out a couple times. He's stolen off me, I think 3-4 times. So, it's going to be a challenge for me. Anytime anybody throws Ricky Henderson out, that's a job, well done. And so I'm looking for the challenge, and pretty much I can't wait.
The old adage is, to a great extent, many times the guy steals off the pitcher. Are you going to be looking at tape and helping out some of the starters primarily to go over little nuances that'll give you the jump you need?
Well, the only thing I ask for the pitchers is to hold the ball, hold them, don't let them get in a groove, don't let them get their timing down, and give me a chance to throw them out. They give me a chance to throw them out, and I don't, then it's a stolen base on me. But if they don't give me a chance, pretty much, it's going to be hard for me to throw anybody out.
On the offensive side of the coin, it's said that when you get strong play up the middle, defensively it's the core of your team. But you and Ozzie have gone well beyond that with your offensive production. Him around 280 much of the year. Yourself now hitting the 20 home run mark. What's your thoughts about your power output and what may be some greater, extra base numbers than maybe earlier in your career?
I've always said when I was backing up Pudge, if I, ever get a chance to, get 400 or 500 at-bats, I can hit 15, 20 home runs. I've always was a power hitter in the minor leagues, and, it's just I'm a pull hitter, so, I'm going to pull, some pitches out of the ballpark. And like I said, when I said I'm going to get those ABs, I'll hit 20.
To wrap up, your lineup, great strength in the lineup, certainly from top to bottom. And maybe one of the biggest challenges Gene Lamont will have is maybe in deciding his playoff roster, who are the extra guys? Is there any chance, do you think, they could go with as few as 9 pitchers and have some people for late inning situations, or do you think they'll take a more conventional approach?
It wouldn't hurt us to take 9 pitchers because, some of our starters can go in the bullpen and come out of the bullpen and pitch for us. So, I don't think we're going to be hurting there. They might want to take extra left-hand hitters off the bench for pinch hitting late in the game. So, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what they do. And, we pretty much got to stick with the plan we've been using all year.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people. Have a tremendous time at Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine. You'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink, at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. My newest best friend is family dentist Lawrence Ferlin at 109th and Kedzie. Crowns, veneers, cleanings, and everything dentists do while improving your smile at 773-233-7044. I've been in there 2 times, and great service each time. We're at the Rockin' and Rollin' New Comiskey Park, and the fans are celebrating because the White Sox are winning after the All-Star break. I think for a correct idea of exactly what's going on here on the new South Side, we should go to the Sox locker room, talk to some of the new and some of the older guys.
Well, it's one of those things where we're going to have to pitch solid to win. I mean, that's just pretty obvious. We're not going to go out there and pound people. You're not going to see us, say, like an Angels team or a Detroit team like they've done this year. We're going to get a lot of 10-run, 8-run games. But we've got the pitchers to do that, and I think it's better when you know you got to go out there and do well. It's easy to keep the intensity. You don't just go out there, expecting to get a certain amount of runs, and then all of a sudden you're down a couple runs and you're scuffling to get back. So I think it actually works to our advantage.
As you come here after the All-Star experience, I'm wondering if you find yourself probably at a confidence peak. You know, go back a couple years to, you know, maybe some of the tough times actually getting on this ball club for the full season, and now with an All-Star game under your belt and going in the second half, the club on a comparative roll, you got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I feel real good. I mean, I felt like I've thrown the ball well all year, and I've felt good all year, and that's something I really concentrated on, was to get off to a good start this year and see what I could do if I was in a groove the entire year. I struggled a little bit the first half of last season and put it together in the second half, and really at the end of that season I wanted to keep going because I felt real good, and I've been lucky to keep that going into this year and pretty much use it as a springboard into this season.
Now that you've had a week to digest it, you go to the All-Star game with guys like Fisk and Guillen, and do you get a sense for where you rank in this ball game and in your league?
Yeah, it's kind of tough. I mean, you know, going there for your first time and having the kind of season I have, I think the one thing you look for, especially with a starting pitcher as much as anybody, is consistency. So, you know, it's nice to be thought of in this particular year as one of the top pitchers, but it's something that I want to establish myself as a consistent all-star type player and as a consistent #1 pitcher. I think that's my main goal, but I'm well on my way to doing that right now. It's just a matter of staying healthy and going after it.
On the other hand, you know, as well as teams prepare for each individual starter they face, do you think getting the limelight of being in that game alerts people more to you, and there's no way that they're not going to be particularly primed for you when they know they're facing All-Star Jack McDowell?
Well, I don't think I really came out of nowhere this year. I had 9 wins in the second half of last season, and I'm sure to the second half I was probably one of the better pitchers in the league last year, statistically. And I think a lot of people realized then the kind of things that I could do. So I don't think it's like I've snuck up on anybody by any means, but it's one of those things where, you know, they're gonna have to keep coming and getting me. I have to keep going out there and making adjustments to get them out too.
Well, the last few days I've been hitting the ball very well. I've been hitting the ball hard every time and just missing, and tonight I said I wasn't going to miss. That's basically what we said. In Milwaukee, I really hit the ball hard. I saw the ball really well, but I missed maybe 3 or 4 home runs there. And so tonight I just concentrated on just hitting the ball a little longer, staying on it a little longer.
Your RBI totals keep increasing too. You prove an awful lot that you should have been on that All-Star team.
Well, that's part of it. You know, that's over. I didn't make it, and I got to live with it. I'm young. First full year in the major leagues, I still got a long way to go.
Frank, hitting home runs, are they partially mistakes? I mean,
well, tonight,
how do you approach hitting home runs?
Well, you know, I really don't look to hit home runs. Tonight, he hung a couple pitches. Well, he got behind the first time, 1-0, and then I knew he was going to come out with a fastball, and the 1-0, and I just said he's going to try to get ahead again. And really, I guess right that pitch. But the last time was 0-2 pitch, and he hung a breaking ball, and I couldn't believe it.
Frank, we're a team that doesn't have a lot of power. How much of the focus do you feel is on you to provide it?
Well, lately everyone's been hitting home runs, so I mean, you know, it hasn't been nothing for me to just go out and try to hit home runs for this team because we don't need that right now. We're playing total team baseball right now. We got everyone contributing at big spots during the game, and like tonight we had bases loaded. I popped up and Carlton came right in, hit a double down the line, cleared the bases.
Opening day, actually. You know, they say every game you win in the first half is one game that you don't have to worry about winning in the second half. But
thanks, Mr. Fisk. We'll see you all next week. The Lansing Floral Shop.
Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero.
Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.